Hey, this is Steve at CBI Off-Road. Today we're going to take a bumper off a 2020 Toyota Tundra so you can get it ready to put your new CBI bumper on. So let's get started. First thing we need to do is take these tow hooks off. It's a 17mm socket. They're on there pretty good, so you're going to want to use a 1/2-inch drive. You'll also want to save these bolts. They're going to go back on with the new bumper. We'll set these aside for the install. Then while we're under here, we're going to go ahead and take off all this plastic, air dam, and all that. That's going to take a 10 and a 12mm socket. Start with the 12s. And then the 10. Once you get those bolts out, you're going to want to pop the clips out so that that's loose. You can see all that plastic's loose and the metal is free from it. All right, once you get all the bolts out and the clips undone, you should just be able to pull this whole plastic piece out, toss it aside. So now that we've got the inner fender well out of the way, we can see where the light harness and the sensor harness is right here. So we want to, there's a tab on the plug-in. You squeeze and pull and it comes out. Usually not that easy. Be patient, it'll come. Undo that clip there, same thing, squeeze and pull. Now that's loose. Same thing for the other side. Same thing, we just squeeze and pull. Now that's undone. Undo that. Same thing there. Make sure nothing, no other wires or anything are hooked to the bumper and the truck at the same time. I think we got it. So the clip is right in the middle, plastic. You can see it. You feel your way around to pop this clip out. Okay, then we've got 3 bolts. The access from the top of the bracket. These are 12mm wrench. So these bolts here, what actually attach the bumper to the mounting bracket on the impact bumper on the inside. So once you've got the 2 bolts and the clip out, then the bumper's now loose and ready to come off. So as you take the other side off, be careful not to drop the bumper. All right, now that we've got all the mounting bolts off of the inside, we should be able to just take the bumper right off the truck. There we go. Nice and easy. All right, set it down now. So now we've got the bumper off. We want to lay it face down. We need to get all the sensor harnesses and the sensors out of the bumper so you can install them in the new one. To make that easier, we're just going to pop this driving light out. Set it aside. Easy way to get these sensors out is just pull this clip. Now the sensor's loose. You can feed it through the face of the bumper so you can hang on to the sensor itself on the other side. Squeeze the two pins, pull it apart, the sensor comes out that way. Then you want to take your pliers, squeeze the clips together, we'll pull them through. You've got this. You want to keep them all together, and it's even a good idea to label driver's side and passenger side. So when you put them back in the new CBI bumper, they're in the correct location. You want to be very careful with the sensors. They're fragile and they're expensive to replace. And there you go. All right, now that we've got the bumper off of there, we need to get the impact bumper off. That takes a 17mm deep socket. This hardware does not get reused. All right, then we need to remove these little towers. They're a 14mm. You do want to retain these nuts, because these are what's going to bolt your new bumper back on. That's it. Now your 2020 Tundra is ready for a CBI bumper and a winch and off-road lights, ready to go.